Ukrainian President Zelensky announcing hundreds of prisoners have been released today in an exchange with Russia. President Trump hopeful the swap could set the table for, quote, something big in terms of a potential ceasefire. Let's bring in Mike Sarraille now, retired Navy SEAL and host of Unsung Arlington on Fox Nation. Really looking forward to that. We'll play a bit of that in just a moment. But first to this news, are you hopeful that there could be something close here?
I'll say it's positive and significant in that it's the largest exchange to date, but it's a tactical step, not a strategic breakthrough. And Sandra, look at World War I. 4 years of brutal trench warfare in which millions were killed. But between 1917 and 1918, it took over 30 attempts through back-channel diplomacy to get something to stick. So, we've got to level realism or expectations with realistic outcomes. I'll say this. Peace talks are never linear. They're painful, they're slow. They often break down as much as they build up. But wars truly end when one side or both sides are exhausted. And there's more to gain through diplomacy than continued combat. And I don't think Russia's quite there yet. But God bless that President Trump's in the seat to handle this. He's done more in his first 100 days than the previous administration in which these two wars broke out. So he will get there. I just don't think it's going to be in the timely manner that American citizens think it's going to be.
Mike, thank you for that. Meanwhile, looking forward to Unsung Arlington, the Unsung of Arlington. This is your Fox Nation special. I want to play a clip of it because it is incredible. Watch.
After 20 years of service, there's nothing more important to me than honoring the legacy of our nation's fallen heroes. Arlington isn't just rows of white headstones. It's America's most sacred promise made visible.
The sight before us is that of a strong and good nation that stands in silence and remembers those who were loved and who, in return, loved their countrymen enough to die for them.
I have chills. And for those of us who have been blessed to have visited Arlington, you know that you can't quite prepare yourself for the way you feel when you are standing among all those heroes and all those stories.
You literally just took my line. I was going to say I have chills as well watching that. I think you just had Vice President Vance talking about Memorial Day at the Naval Academy. It's not a celebration. I often say that Memorial Day is a headstone. When you go to visit a loved one at a graveyard, you're in silence, you're in reflection, remembrance, you're there to honor and respect. And that's what this day is. But to tell the story of these 5 unsung heroes and diving into those stories. And while we're filming, you have taps going on all around us. About 10 times I heard taps that day, funerals going on. I've learned so much from these individuals, and that's part of Memorial Day, is read their stories, listen to their stories. You're gonna learn so much, and more importantly, it results in gratitude. And hopefully gratitude to action, and that we live better, we come together, and we solve the problems of this nation
Absolutely, together. And Mike Duty was in your chair yesterday, and he served multiple went on multiple tours in Afghanistan, an Army sniper, now spends his life dedicated to helping Gold Star families and veterans get through the tough times when they come back home. Here he was explaining what this day means to him. Listen.
The meaning of Memorial Day has completely shifted my thought process after serving and actually having on-the-ground experience and seeing that than when I was raised. Obviously, you know what Memorial Day is. It's a day of remembering those who fell in the line of service, paid the ultimate sacrifice. However, after you have served and you've had on-the-ground experience, it really hits home a lot more.
God bless all those who have served. God bless all those that we have lost. And that is what this day is about. What does it mean to you?
One, good man. He's absolutely right. With Memorial Day, it is about our fallen. And when you think about sacrifice, that makes you a little uncomfortable. And that's a good thing. Because from that reflection and thinking about the fact that they gave their tomorrow for our today, we owe it to them to keep their legacies alive and to tell those stories. And listen and read as much as you can about those who gave their lives for this country. Like I said, you will learn lessons for which to live your life. And that's the highest respect we can give them.
I feel very blessed to have spent this Friday before Memorial Day with you, Mike. Thank you so much for being here.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.